We started here 22 years ago. Well, in 2002, we started out here. This was a big field of corn. There was nothing here, no trees, nothing. We had the idea that we would start a little a village. We would make a new village on the principles that we should be market-free and free of garbage. But to be market-free, it means that you need to save up money and you have to build cheap. And it means you build yourself. It's the cheapest. So we bought the land quite cheap here from the community. Well, it was, when we came here, you could look everywhere. There was nothing. So we got a local plan that said here we could make development and experiments. And that was what we wanted. So we have been experimenting very much with a straw bale, a clay plaster, different kind of cleaning system for wastewater. And that's what it was about. It was to show that we can settle in another way, garbage-free. And it was one big experiment 22 years ago. This house, it was the first house we made. There's a lot of experiments here, and it means also, well, we did a lot of faults, but we have experience now. Well, it is used as the common house now. But here we can see material we experimented with. Well, in behind here we have seagrass. We cannot see the window here, but here we have newspapers as insulation, and the wall here is clay plaster. Yeah. And you can see different, we have used papers, cut wood cuts, cloth, and sawmill dust, and blue mussel shells also.
Blue mussel shells, that's different. That works as what?
We have a lot of mussel shells in Denmark, a big industry. And the whole house here is standing on mussel shells. You see them right over there.
Oh my gosh.
Mussel shells, they stop the humidity from the underground. It gets very dry, and it's good insulation because you have a gap in between. Whole mussel shells, it is about 85 to 90% of air in them.
Wait, just where do you get these? Somebody come and dump it?
Yeah, there's a 100,000 cubic meters a year in Denmark.
So do seafood companies come and they don't want it and dump it? Or?
So it was 20 years ago, we got it for free. It's not like that anymore. It was something I found out 20 years ago.
So you were, probably not many people were doing that at the time.
No, at that time it was just garbage for them.
Yeah. This roof is huge. I mean, for a green roof, I don't think I've seen anything so round and so big as a green roof.
Yeah.
Is that larger than most?
Well, a lot of houses here, it's something we have developed here also. You can see it over there also.
What is it? You developed it as?
Sedum plants. They do not need much water. If it's dry for 3-4 months, they don't care. And it means that you only need 2-3 centimeters of soil to establish them. And it's quite easy, and then it's not so heavy. Because if you have a grass roof, it needs a lot of soil, and it'll be very, very heavy. But this is much beautiful. And it's changing over the year. And it's very cheap.
Sedum. And so you knew all about these kind of gardening because you grew up on a farm.
Yeah, a small farm. We are back in the 60s. At that time, what you learned at that time, it was to work and to save up money. Yes, so I have done that since that time. I'm a good saver. Yeah. When we come to the 70s, people become consumers. They become consumers. And instead of saving money, they go to the bank and have bank loans. And so they can consume some more. And that's one of the problems today. It is that we have become consumers and that, well, we need more and more. So that's also the idea by this. It is that we want to show we can make a good living on a much smaller need of consuming. Well, this is my house. The wood is from the neighborhood. At that time it was free to take it. The insulation around the house, it is straw bales combined with a layer of seagrass. So we have good insulation, and then the wall plastered with clay plaster, inside, outside, and the roof, well, it's again wood, but then upon the wood there's some paper layer, and then there's for fire 20 millimeters of clay plaster, and then there is 600 millimeters of chopped straw, and then there's 20 centimeters of whole mussel shells as a kind of ventilation. And then there's a membrane, and then there's a layer of sandy soil, 2-3 centimeters, and these sedum plants.
Does the roof, do these beams have to be extra strong to support all that dirt?
It's no problem. This is so strong. It's reciprocal construction, and with this timber, you could put much more tons on it, no problem.
Why make it round?
Well, out in nature, nothing is squared. So to cooperate with nature in a way, I would like to make something that goes into nature. So in nature, everything is round, the wood is round. Well, it's much stronger than the squared ones. So it's also a way of thinking that we should not make squared things like that we are doing, because we come from nature. And you really relax here. And the other thing it is, well, this room, it is 25 square meters, but you feel like it's a big one because it's round. If it was squared, you would not feel, you would have another feeling. And also it goes up here. It feels like, wow, what a space.
I agree with you that this, for example, this room, it feels big.
Yeah.
It feels spacious. There's a lot of space.
Yeah. So it's also something about architecture, that you can form houses with less material, but like a feeling that, wow, there's a lot of space. So you feel confident in here.
But I think also because there's so much light and green and all that coming in, it makes it...
You are in nature, and when you're sitting here, you are part of it. This part is only 25 square meters. It's my biggest room. Then I have these two doors for the bedroom, because it has been divided, but my children has moved from home now. So we have a bigger bedroom. There's one room in there. And then we have also, you can all see it, but it's not.
How many people when your family?
Yeah, how many people were living here?
Nowadays we're only living 3 people now. We have been 5.
5 in 65 square meter?
Yeah.
And was that enough space?
Yeah, that's fine.
It feels big. Having this open to the outside, I think that does something. You feel like...
And the climate in here is much better in normal houses. Here's my oven, where I put on fire in the winter. It's a kind of rocket stove. I call it flex oven because here I can burn normal wood, but I can also burn sticks, I can burn chips, and I can burn pills. It can burn on everything, and it's burning at a high temperature, about 850 to 1000 centigrades. Then you have clean combustion. And then you go around here in the bench and around into the wall, where there's also a part of a solar heater in here. So I get also hot water in the winter by that. In the summer, I get it by the solar system out there.
Your windows, are they double pane or just one?
A double. Yeah. If you have single glass in Denmark, they'll be so cold here in the winter.
So you built this oven out of clay?
It is clay, sand, and straw.
Clay, sand, and straw. Okay.
In here where it's burning, I have some special bricks, burning bricks.
Because it gets so hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it, but it's just around the fire. And I'm putting on fire once a day in the winter, and there I use, this box is for one day, 24 hours. There's 8 kilos.
What is that? What are those offcuts?
It is garbage from a factory. And it's very cheap. It means I can heat the house for less than 1,000 kroners, less than $200 a year.
And so you built the oven or the stove feels like part of the home. I mean, is it all,
Yeah.
the walls continue? Is this all part of the same material?
The same material. Well, the walls are also clay, sand, and also I had some stones. And well, I've built this.
So your heating system, where are the ducts going? Where is the heat going?
Well, when I put it on fire, then we start here. In the morning, normally we start on 20 centigrades. Then I put it on fire 8 o'clock in the morning. But nothing is happening really. But 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it is about 24 centigrades. It is stored in here and it comes slowly out as a kind of radiation. And it means that the temperature, when I measure the temperature down here, it's the same here as it is up there.
So there is a thermal mass.
That's it. And it's only burning for 3/4 of an hour. Not an hour, but half an hour to 3/4 of an hour. It's burning. And then it stopped, and then it's everything stored and comes slowly out of the mass. It's a big mass oven, very big mass oven.
So it's a thermal mass oven. So you're using it once a day, and that's going to be the whole day of heating.
Next day, until next day, 24 hours.
Until next day.
Yes.
Wow.
I do it into a wall, so I get more heat in my house. And then it goes to the next wall in the next room where I cool it totally down, the smoke. And then it goes out to the smoke cleaner. I put it up through a filter where I can grow salad in the winter. I'm just building a new one now. This is my greenhouse in the winter. It's heated in the wintertime. It'll be fulfilled with salads. I have to dig it out now. I have been experimenting with this for 10 years. So the loss of the heat you normally put up through the chimney, it comes out here.
It's almost like growing plants is part of the filter.
It's nutrition. Here's the engine that takes out the smoke here. There's a pipe into a wall. Here comes the smoke out, and when it comes out here, the smoke is 30 centigrades. So this is heated, and then you can grow salad in the winter.
Is it cold here?
Yes, it's cold.
So you can grow salad in the
Down
snow?
to 10, 20 centigrades minus.
So you're growing salad in freezing temperature, basically? Yeah. Your refrigerator's right in the wall.
It is sitting in the wall because then it means in the winter you can close it, shut it off. The backside is outside.
Because it insulates. Oh, the backside is...
It's outside, so it's cold in Denmark. So you need no electricity in the wintertime. And in the summertime, it delivers the heat outside.
So
because such a one, it makes a lot of heat also.
But in wintertime, what do? You just unplug it?
Yeah.
You unplug it, and it works?
Yeah, it's no problem because it's cold outside. You lower down your use of electricity. It's so easy. When it comes to wintertime, well, I put this on and then I can close this one in the wintertime because it's cold outside.
Yeah.
This is wheat, make it into a flour.
You make flour.
So we make and I have oat here. I'm still experimenting to take off the shell of it so I can make oat for...
Yeah, rolled oats, oatmeal. Yeah.
And out of that you can eat it directly because you also make a kind of oat milk.
Yeah. I see. So instead of buying it, you just make it yourself.
Yeah, it's much cheaper. No garbage, no plastic.
Because a part of your idea here is no mortgage, right? No mortgage, no debt.
Yeah, but also low cost and garbage free. Now we're going to see my wastewater system.
Oh my gosh, you have grapes all over your...
It's turned into grapes, tomatoes, cucumbers, whatever you can grow in a greenhouse.
So this is all growing from your grey water?
Yes. Well, there's a plastic membrane under here. It's one big storage. There's no outlet here. So here you can see there's water under here. Here you can see now I put it down, it comes up, And during the winter, it comes up, up, up to here, then it's fulfilled. And then during the summer, well, the plants, what do they need? Well, they need water and our nutrition and urine. And you see, they grow. It grows very much. And it means now you have a system, there's no outlet. It means now you have a system where I go out and eat my tomatoes, my cucumbers, go on the toilet, then piss, and it comes back here. It's returning. It's in a circle. And now there's no smell, but you have a big box for making plants. It's one of my best inventions. Down here, when I can do this, just to show there's water under us. But what contains the water? It is the mussel shells. Here's a membrane 1 meter down, and there's a layer of 75 centimeters of mussel shells. Then I have 20 centimeters of sandy soil. And during the summer, the plants, they take the water and it goes down, 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 there. Then it's empty.
And so then you're only left with dry material down below. Dry.
Yeah, but it's nutrition. When it's from household, it's nutrition, all of it. Urine, soap. Soap today in Denmark, it's biological.
It's biodegradable.
Yeah, whatever. And then the plants can use them.
Do you see a difference in production?
This is much more productive. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's so productive. We have figs behind there, 2 fig trees.
Okay.
We have cucumbers, and we have tomatoes. See, and up here, the main part, grapes.
The grapes.
Yeah, it's the grapes. And them I have put up here in my workshop, so I have shadow in the summer.
So all this is growing, is it self-sustaining? Like you don't need to water it?
No, I'm adding nothing.
So what ends up, what's the waste then? Underneath, there's no dry material that's left? Do you have to clean out?
No, I go on holiday now. They just grow. I know when I come back, it's even more wild than now, but I do nothing. And the only thing I do, it is this. Yeah, here we are.
So have people reproduced this? I mean, this just makes sense. Are more people doing
this? Yeah, it makes
this?
very much sense. All cleaning systems should be made like this. I have figured out if we did that in Denmark, it would mean we could have 55,000 hectares of greenhouses, but it would take all the wastewater from household in Denmark. It's also especially the idea that, well, here we cooperate. I cooperate with nature. And it means we grow together. There's no pollution. There's production. And that's the way we should do everything. So that's why we use very much wood, straw, and clay plaster and things like that.
How many homes are here now?
There's about 45 houses.
And all different types of materials, or are there consistency about it?
There's many kinds of, well, here where we started, it's very much straw bale houses. Okay. And in the end, at the new ones, it's more houses with wood and wool insulation. We can see here on the sign how it is today. Here's 10 hectares in total. And some part of it is for free enterprise. Okay. This part, where we are now here, this part, it is for free enterprise. I've had a little factory over there where I made the prefab straw bales. And over there we have made a restaurant. Moment, all the wastewater from there, it's used in the greenhouse over there. And it is made in the prefab straw bales. It's much easier to make your own business if you are mortgage free. Yeah, we are going the direction now. Also, next project it is to make houses smaller. We do not need that much space. So it's Freeland. It's called Freeland.
Does that mean anything in Danish?
Yes, it is free. The free land, in English it's Free, free land. And it means both that we are free, the human, but also nature. It is about to stop struggle against nature, but come into that you cooperate with nature and you are part of nature. It's how we think it. So it's just to think over, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because normally we just do like your neighbor, consuming.
Yeah.
He has a big car, I also need a big car then. What is it? What are we thinking on? We have lost our time for living, but also not to sit around, but we are not manpower. No, we are creators. We can create our own life. We can create, if we have the circumstances, you can do everything on the place where you are, together with your neighbor. We do not need everything from outside. No, it's here. And that's what we need to do. Save ourselves.
Save your time.
We have become so busy. We are so busy, we have lost ourselves. We have lost connection. We are not grounding anymore. We are just thinking on what I need some more. You always need some more. What you need, it's here, right around us. We should just cooperate with nature.